Hey guys, the Chief Asch here again to give you another review for the movie for our OctoberQuest review. Today I watched hashtag horror. Okay, so just looking for a movie to watch. Hashtag horror. Obviously, I had to watch it. Let me tell you, that movie wasn't quite what it sounds like. I thought it was going to be kind of a Zombiever-esque adventure, like campy. This was a horror movie that took itself too seriously for the subject matter, and it wasn't exactly what I thought it was. I thought it was talking about how this group, the synopsis, this group of cyber bullies were in this house, and then someone starts killing them. So it's very modern themed for sure, but most situations like that have, you have your teenagers or your young 20s people that are your main focus. In hashtag horror, the main characters are these 12-year-old girls, or not main characters, but your group of people that are associated with the movie are these 12-year-old girls dealing with rather adult themes. But the movie comes off as because it's centered around these rich kids who essentially bully each other for fun, but they all hate it. But at the same time, that's what they do. That's the fun part, but they hate it. That's the plot of the movie, and the horror aspect of it really doesn't come. That movie's like an hour and a half long, and the horror doesn't really come until an hour 15. And it's like bam, 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 and there's little clips of things before that, and somebody gets killed really early in the movie, but you almost forget about it. It starts he dies at the start. He does super early in the movie, and then you forget about it, and then it goes back, and oh yeah, he's dead. Forgot. Or he's a thing. I had forgot who that character was until it was discovered and they started talking about it. So I totally had forgot that it existed. The movie is stylized out the ass. It sometimes will do these POV shots, and they're they use a fisheye lens, but it's super. There's a gradient around the curvature of the lens. And it's completely unwarranted. There's no reason for that. It doesn't make any sense. And it has I don't even know how to explain it. It's the whole thing is these people taking videos and pictures and posting them to a social media-esque page or game. It was kind of hard to decipher, but it seemed like it was a game. And your goal is to get likes in it. And every few minutes, I don't want to say seconds, but it is often. It's very often through the movie you get this stylized shot of emojis, but mostly so it'll be smiley faces and stuff, but it'll also be these knives and stuff, just to, I guess, keep the horror theme to it. It doesn't really work very well. It's because it's stylized, which means it's aimed at an audience, but I don't know who the audience is. Because, your young adults will find that super corny. Your old school artsy people won't like the fact that it is so modernized. So you could write it off as an experimental shot or experimental cutaway, however you want to put it. But it just doesn't work. I feel personally, if that sort of plot device had stayed in the plot but not necessarily on the screen, it may have worked better. If we didn't sometimes show people do stuff on their phone and then it pop up right next to them, it just didn't work. It almost came across as wanting to be a Scott Pilgrim-esque situation, but it just wasn't. It didn't live in the world. The world was rather realistic except for that. And then some of the the kids kind of worked their own way. It was the acting in this movie wasn't that bad. The kids kind of lived in their world, and it worked for the most part. For who they were. The only thing that was really weird is this. One of the girls' dads. He becomes a rather prevalent character in the movie, and he he like his daughter goes missing for a bit, and he's freaking out. And at first I'm like, yep, I get that. And then as he continues to freak out, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, calm the shit. Like, fuck. And I think the plot device was to make it seem like he was the killer, but it's not effective. Like, not at any point in the movie did I feel like he was the killer. Which, you know, it's I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know who the target market for this was. And yeah. I say that I repeat myself on that again because of the I don't know where he was aiming with that the way he acted that out, because he could have toned everything down a bit. It probably would have worked a little bit better. The stuff he was doing was over, like, big and over the top, but if he was slightly more calm and seemed like it was more of a more menacing and less angry, I guess would be a way to put it. It would convey that he could be a killer. But in the way it's portrayed, it just doesn't work. There's a lot of things like that. And this movie, it's about these rich kids that have these, you know, they're spoiled and whatever. And it really seems like one of the girls' dads funded this movie and decided to make it just, you know, for his kids, and because they wanted to be in a horror movie or something. And I say that because some of the shots of the girls, there's a lot of them. And it doesn't really give any exposition. It's them moving around or them just messing around, and it doesn't further the plot at all. And there's a lot of these shots, and they're extremely unwarranted. But there's one scene, I will admit, a good thing. There's a scene in the movie where there's a girl in, like, this glass tennis court, and the guy's like, and that's another thing, is the killer's like recording these on videos, and you can see it through the thing, and the guy's like taking a video of her, and she's just like up against one of the glass walls in the tennis court, and she's like screaming or whatever. That's actually really good. It's a good shot, and it's a neat little process. So if you need a reason to check the movie out, that one scene, you need to at least watch it. It's very interesting. I feel like it shows that there's things in this movie that could have been capitalized on or done a little more, and it could have brought more out of the movie, brought the plot to light, but what have you. The movie is, it's not a good movie. It's not super entertaining. If you care to watch any of it, watch just that one scene. It's towards the end of the movie. Like I said, all the action kind of happens at once. It's towards the end of the movie with her in the tennis court. But beyond that, the movie's, you know, it's whatever. It's not one that I would go out of my way to see again. It's on a scale of 100, probably in the 20s, high 20s, low 30s. So it's a lackluster film. But anyway, the movie is #horror, and this has been the Chief Asch, and keep watching.